And So, Notes on the Bible and Religion. Episode 34, Song of Songs. We are at the end of the wedding season, which peaks from June to September. There's a rather odd book in the Old Testament that pertains to weddings. For some people, it seems out of place in the Bible. A note is in order. The book is the Song of Songs, which is also called the Song of Solomon, Canticle of Canticles, or just the Song. It is clearly a wedding song. It contains extended poetic speeches or songs between groom and bride. A chorus of women helps draw in the reader. It can also literally be called a short book of erotic poetry, although it was nowhere near as graphic as some of the disputed books currently found in the public school libraries of some districts around the country. No, the sensuality of the song is in the context of marriage, and the references to eroticism are typically veiled by innuendo or euphemism, coy hints or alternative words used as replacements for sexually explicit language. The song's poetry is not crude or low. It extols lovers. Delicious. To be sure, all the senses are at play. Consider Song 5:1. I come to my garden, my bride. I gathered my myrrh with my spice. I ate my honeycomb with my honey. I drank my wine with my milk. Eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love. Weddings are perhaps the only time that the Bible advocates drinking a bit more, compared John 2. Wine was seen as a gift of God, bringing gladness to the hearts of men, Psalm 104:15. Even so, excessive drinking is likened as foolishness. It can, for example, make someone aggressively uninhibited, for example, Proverbs 21. Some people may have difficulty reading a book about sensuality. Such a concern is an old one. Jewish tradition records that the book status was discussed as early as the 1st century. Even so, a rabbi at that time stated that the song was the holiest of the collection of biblical books known as the writings. The song found a home in the Bible. Both Judaism and Christianity have additionally read the song's wedding theme as allegory. In Judaism, it is read during Passover, commemorating Israel's release from slavery in Egypt. The marriage becomes one between God and his chosen people, Israel. In Christianity, the marriage becomes one between Christ and the church. In both, the story is one of God's love for God's people. The book has also been taken up in some mystical traditions. Mysticism asserts that a conscious spiritual union with the divine is possible in this life. Mysticism, however, is outside the bounds of this column. Even so, I would like to say that this song of marriage has sometimes been spoken among, shall we say, intimate companions. And so, this book of intense sensuality is sometimes tucked away as too descriptive, but you might want to give it a read. Something to think about. God does not appear in the Song of Songs. Even so, a form of the divine name might appear at what may be considered the climax of the song. For love is strong as death, jealousy is fierce as the grave. Its flashes are flashes of fire, the very flame of the Lord. Song 8:6, according to the English Standard Version. How does your Bible version translate that last line? Why would God's name appear only here in this wedding song? Print and ebook editions of And So, Notes on the Bible and Religion are available on Amazon. More information on my work may be found at jasoncdykhouse.com.